Hi Taurus, welcome to February. Happy Valentine's Day. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And I'm getting ready to do your February love and relationship taroscope. So first I want to call in some good energy for this reading. And I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And thank you for those who've taken time out to comment. And also thank you for those who've purchased readings. If you'd like to purchase a reading, there's a link in the description. You can just click on that and we can get you on the schedule. Okay, let's see what's happening for Taurus for the month of February. We've got a new moon eclipse in Aquarius, 27 degrees, on the 15th, which is the day after Thanksgiving and the day before the Chinese New Year. And that new moon eclipse is conjunct Mercury, so it's a good time for communication. And it's sextile Uranus, so it's time to break free and be yourself. Let your true gifts shine. So let's see, what does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for the month of February? What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships in the month of February? What does Taurus need to know? I'm using the Rider-Waite deck today. This is my first tarot deck, my very first deck that my father got me when I was a teenager. So let's see, what does Taurus need to know about love? Justice, the Judgment, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the World, the Page of Wands, oh that's wonderful, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Magician. Okay, this is going to be a love month for Taurus. Okay, so Justice, this is a card of karma, and it's also a card of, it's karmic reward. It means usually that a decision will go in your favor. It usually means if you've had some type of, if you're in negotiations, things will work out favorably for you. But it also means, the higher meaning of the Justice card, I mean, sometimes it could represent legal situation, contracts. You might be signing a contract in February. But it also means karma. So whatever energies you've put out there are coming back and you're getting the results of your efforts. And justice is meaning that you'll be treated fairly. It's a card of fairness, of balance. So if you feel like your life has been, or you were suffering from injustice in the past, now things are starting to change where you're going to feel like the tide has turned and good things are starting to come back into your life. So Judgment, but it's not that it's happening arbitrarily, because with the Judgment card here, you've been working on yourself. The Judgment is a card of waking up and seeing the truth, and seeing what we need to do to change things in our life. You know how there's a saying, if you want to change things, you have to change the way you approach things if you want to see change. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. If you want to see different results, then you have to change what you're doing. And you're realizing that now. And so you've been waking up and you've been having some realizations of how you need to change and what you need to do to improve your life. And you're going to start to see that the results. So you're making changes. You're not waiting for change to happen with the Judgment card. You're making change happen. So if you've been putting up with something that you feel has been unfair, you may decide to walk away from it. Maybe last month, because we had that full moon eclipse in Leo, you might have ended certain relationships that just weren't working out. And that could have been romantic or even business relationships. It depends where the eclipse falls in your chart. But you're just not going to put up with the same old anymore. You're feeling stronger. You're working on yourself. You're feeling more confident. You're feeling stronger. And, you know, it's like things have to change. And if they don't change, I'm going to make change. And that's unusual for a Taurus. Usually Taurus waits for change to happen. It's rare for a Taurus to want to initiate change. But, you know, Taurus has an endless amount of patience. But there is a limit to how much patience you have. And you're reaching the, you know, critical mass. You're at the point now, if things don't change, you're going to make things change. Especially because Uranus, which has been in Aries for the past 7 years, is inching closer and closer to Taurus. And actually this year it's going to move into Taurus. So that's what's spurring you to change. That's what's giving you that restlessness, that like, I can't take anymore. It's putting a short fuse on your patience. So with the Judgment card, you may also, in a relationship, you may have decided to walk away from a relationship, maybe even last month. But I feel like there's a chance for a new beginning, because here you have the Knight of Swords here. And this can describe someone who's very hasty in what they do and very impulsive. So you might have been dealing with someone who is a little bit on the selfish side. Maybe they just do things and they don't really, they do things, they have an agenda and they're focused on their own agenda, and they're not really aware of how they're hurting other people or what they're doing. They don't think about others. They just think about themselves. So someone in your life might have just, this is like a quick departure, someone who just leaves suddenly. So you might have had someone just leave your life suddenly, and you're not even sure why. So for some of you, it could have been a relationship that just suddenly fell apart. So, you know, all of a sudden, like, things have changed, sudden change, sudden movement. And you're kind of confused, like with the Seven of Cups. You're like, I'm not sure what's going on. What happened? In another case, it could be you. You're the one who decided, I'm out of here. I'm done. You know, like somebody did something. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. And you're like, I'm done. I'm out of here. And you're the one, you know, making a quick exit. It could play out that way. Here's an influence, though, that has been affecting your relationships. And this is like an element of confusion. You're stuck in the choices. So for some of you, you may be thinking, I'm not really sure what I want. Do I want this person that I've been dating for the past whatever? Is this person really what I want? Is this career what I want? You know, you're like kind of contemplating your different options because you have several options. But until you decide and focus your energy, you've been kind of in the dream state and you haven't really been taking action in the past. But coming up in the future, you have the World card. So I feel like you're ending a cycle, that some cycle that you've been involved in for a long time is coming to completion. Now, this doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship. It just means that it's reaching the end of one level of the, like a stage in the relationship. So now you're at the crossroads where, okay, do we go to the next level? Do I move towards commitment? Or do I decide to just end the relationship and start over with someone new? So that's where you're at. So for some of you, you may be ending the relationship. You might be deciding this person's not for me. It's not who I thought it was. I need something else. And for others, it may be, okay, yeah, but we need to like have a commitment. We need to either, you know, communicate our love to each other, become exclusive, you know, get engaged, get married, whatever. You move in together. You're reaching that stage of, I have to move to the next level. I'm done with this phase of my life. So it could be also like in a karmic situation, because the Judge, this card also relates to karma. You might be finishing up karma with someone. Maybe you've been with someone for a long time, and like, you know, you're done with the karma. You know, the karmic lesson has been learned. You're ready to move on to the next lesson. So some relationships might be ending in February and then followed by a new beginning. Or some relationships may be having a rebirth, because this is also, Judgment also is a rebirth, where you have an awakening and you say, okay, let's start over. Let's try a different approach to our love relationship. In any case, you're going to have some news coming in February, because here's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a message. So you might be dealing with someone who's a little bit on the immature side, but they may be contacting you. So there could be an age difference in your relationship. One partner is a little bit more serious than the other or more stable. The other one might be immature or younger. But in any case, the Page of Wands means good news. Usually it means good news. So you might be hearing news from someone. You might be getting a phone call or a letter or message from someone that, if you've broken up, you might hear from them again. If so, it could even be someone from the past, because the Six of Cups is here. And you have the Eight of Wands. So you're going to be connecting. I feel like you're going to be connecting with people from the past. Friendship, not just love relationships, but also friendships and people that you've known that you may have lost contact with. You might be reconnecting with. The Eight of Wands represents, it could represent in a relationship situation the arrows of love. Like you reconnect with someone from the past and you find that you still love each other, and it's like, wow. And then the flame that had gotten dim all of a sudden flares back up. This could also represent career opportunities coming up that you're going to have, and things are going to be moving quickly. So you might get a job offer, or you might get an offer of love. You might meet someone and they're like head over heels and they want to move the relationship really quickly. Like let's get back together, let's move in together, let's do this, let's do that. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute, slow it down. Because Taurus, we don't like to rush into anything. But it seems exciting. Eight of Wands is exciting energy. So February is going to be an exciting time for you, I think. I think a lot of new beginnings. You have the Ace of Cups here. This is a card of love. It's coming from your environment. So it could be someone you meet at work. It could be someone who decided that they want to tell you how they feel. Because the Ace of Cups, it's an offer of love. It's a new beginning. It's a new way of loving. Could be a creative project. Maybe you get involved in something that's creative and you're really excited about it, and you have to do it quickly. It's something that it has to be done. It's fast energy with the Eight of Wands. So you either have to, if it's a creative project, you may have a tight deadline. You got to get it done. Or it could be a romance that happened suddenly, came out of the blue, and now you're like head over heels with each other and you're planning all kinds of things together. This could also mean travel. That you may be flying somewhere. You might go on an unexpected trip. Like maybe you reconnect with someone and they go, hey, let's go away together for the weekend. Let's reconnect. Let's take a trip together. So it's exciting energy. I'm seeing like exciting energy. Six of Cups. This is definitely someone from the past coming back. Someone that you were involved in or with. Reconnecting. And offering you, and wanting to start again, wanting to reconnect, and let's pick up where we left off, and let's try again. This could also mean healing from the past, remembering the past, and learning lessons from the past, and you're not going to make the same mistakes. Like maybe you've separated with someone, and then whatever mistakes you made that led to the end of a relationship, and now you're reconnecting and you're remembering what you did that ended the relationship. Now you're saying, okay, I learned my lesson. Let's make the future better. Let's start over and let's make it better this time. And with the Magician here, this is a card of manifestation. It's a card of communication. What's going to be important in this relationship is communication. You're connecting with someone that you really have strong communication with. You understand each other on an intellectual level. And you're able to communicate with each other. That's the strength of the relationship. It also represents manifesting what you want. You have all the skills you need. So in a career situation or even relationship, if you're not in a relationship, you can manifest one by visualizing the perfect partner. Visualize the person that you really would like to have. Instead of dreaming, you need to start taking action. So you've done enough dreaming, now you need to act. Get out there. Start networking, connecting with people, joining groups, doing some fun things. Because this can bring you what you need. The Magician is a card of learning how thoughts create your reality, learning how to visualize to bring in what you want. And you could bring back someone from the past, even a past life, for that matter. But in any case, the Six of Cups means that things are going to be improved. Things will get better over time. So whatever you've gone through, for some of you, you might have left a relationship And now there's a chance for someone new. Maybe you reconnect with someone from the past and you decide, hey, you know, let's start dating. Or it could have been someone that you broke up with and you haven't seen in a long time, and then you kind of run into each other and you decide to start over again. Let's date again. It could also be that this, for some of you, this person that you broke up with comes back. There's a lot of, this is a general reading, so it could play out in a lot of different ways. But in any case, I think you're going to be happy with February. And let's see what's going on with astrology for you. Well, the new moon falls in your 10th house. And Jupiter right now is going through your 7th house. So this is a really lucky time for relationships, especially career. It's a new beginning in career, having to do with technology and communication. So you could be getting a job that involves technology in some way, or you might be starting a new project that involves like the internet or web design or programming or some kind of aspect of technology or communication. Jupiter and Uranus is in the 12th house, so you might be working on something behind the scenes. It's not ready to be public yet. You might be doing something, you know, preparing for a launch. So whatever you're working on is not public, but you started in February, and it's going to be, it will be successful. It will be something that will, when you're done with it, it will bring stability and more money into your life. And Jupiter is in your 7th house. That's a perfect place for Jupiter to bring in like a good partner. If you do meet someone in February, or while Jupiter is in your 7th house, that person will be financially secure. That person will bring optimism and abundance into your life. So now's the time to start looking. If you're not in a relationship, you want to get out there and, you know, start looking for a relationship. And you might even use technology like an online dating or something. Because Aquarius, the new moon in Aquarius, has to do with technology. It has to do with innovation. It has to do with doing things out of the box in a new way. So it's not following the same path that you followed for the past 30 years. It's let's try something new. Let's do something innovative. Let's do something cutting edge. And for some Taurus, that could be a little bit unnerving, or you know, because you're so used to the routine. So it's hard to get a Taurus to break the routine, to get, you know. But I think with Uranus aspecting your sun, you're going to be more open to the new in the coming year. And especially starting with this new moon. So you're ready for change, Taurus. And as crazy as that may seem, you are ready for change. And it looks good. And especially this Ace of Cups actually is a time card. So if you don't meet someone in February, don't despair, because the Ace of Cups as a time card relates to June, July, August. So you could be reconnecting with someone. Things might start, I mean, you may hear from someone and things may start, like you might be talking to someone in March or February, but by the summer you might be dating someone. The summer may bring love, a new love or a new creative project or connection. You're going to be connecting with people that you've lost contact with from the past. And it's going to be fun. You might even travel. You might be flying to see someone, or, you know, just dealing with, because sometimes the world has to do with connecting with people in a global way. So you might be dealing with people from all around the world. Maybe if you have some kind of internet business or website, you're going to be connecting with people from different parts of the world, and it's going to be fun and exciting. So I'm not worried about you for February, Taurus. I think you're in good shape in terms of love and also even career. Things are changing for the better. So plan your new beginnings, like right around this new moon. This is really a good moon. It's got a lot of powerful energy for a new beginning. If you want to make changes and you want to start something that brings a breath of fresh air into your life, now is the time to do it, because all the planets are going direct. You want to do it before the Mercury starts to go retrograde in March. So get your new stuff, just start it. You don't have to finish everything, but you have to just start it in February. Start working toward your goal. And you'll see by the summer, you'll probably have everything, you'll be in a better place by summer or even fall. Because 6 months, the eclipses usually last for 6 months. So the energy is from, you know, February. So that's like March, April, May, June, July, August. So from now until the summer, the end of the summer. But start now in February. That's my advice for you. February 15th, 16th. Start with the Chinese New Year. And a few days, like a few days after the new moon, just within that week. Like I think the new moon's on a Wednesday, so you know by the weekend you should have something started, and you'll be in good shape. Especially since we have all this supportive energy at this new moon. Uranus is supporting it. Even Jupiter is squaring it, but that's not a bad aspect, even as a square. It's just Jupiter just warns you not to go over the top, because you're going to be excited. Jupiter creates excitement and optimism, and you know you may overdo things. So you don't want to overdo, but you do want to. You want to have a good attitude about what you're doing. Just do everything in moderation. Don't work yourself into the ground, trying to achieve something, and don't take crazy risks either, which Taurus doesn't do that anyway. Taurus takes calculated risks. Earth signs do not take crazy risks. But Jupiter is the planet of, that rules Sagittarius, and so it has to do with gambling. So you want to take chances, but you want to make sure you're not taking crazy chances, Don't bet the whole house on a roll over dice, Check into things a little bit more. But anyway, good luck to you for February, Taurus. I hope this reading was a help to you. And I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's. Love is coming. So hold out don't settle. I'll talk to you next month. I hope this was a good reading for you. And if you need to book a reading, you could just, there's a link in the description box, or go to my website, tarotbyt.com, and I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, bye now.